Good afternoon, soccer fans, and welcome into Rotary Stadium here in Abbotsford, home of the University of the Fraser Valley Cascades. The home side points in all but one match so far this season, facing a team in the Pronghorns that are in the middle of the Prairie standings, but coming off a huge result on Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely. Pronghorns with a massive 1-1 draw at Thunderbird Stadium, one of the hardest places to go in all of Canada to go in and get a result. They did that, and now they're going to try to build momentum against a Cascade side who came off a huge 2-0 victory on a rainy Friday night right here at home against the Saskatchewan Huskies.
For sure, and a much different scene out here today. Absolutely beautiful afternoon.
Yeah, beautiful day, but no changes in the lineup for the Cascades. Same 11.
And an early chance here for the Pronghorns to get one on goal, but put it high over the target.
Yeah, Rosenlund has had a bit of a step there. One-on-one with Szymanski, had a look at goal, sending it well over Jackson Cowks. And for the Pronghorns, that would have been a great way to start, especially for a team only 3 goals in 6 matches so far this season. But on the other side of that, they've only given up 3 goals. So It hasn't necessarily been the most exciting football they've played this season, but they are playing well defensively. It's going to be hard for the Cascades to break them down.
Yeah, they'll be confident coming in, thinking they can beat this Cascade side as they got a result against the only team the Cascades have failed to get a result against so far. Throw in here as the Pronghorns look to keep the pressure up early in this one. They'll have to wait for now as the foot's on back and forth, a couple headers. Nobody able to come down with it. Bit of a big collision there. Both players all right, shooting right back up. Steal there as Beecroft gets a foot in. Can he send in Brzezina? Decent weighted pass, and Brzezina does get his foot to it first. Can't beat it to the end line, though, and number 7, of course, will be one to watch in the team in green here this afternoon.
Absolutely. Leading the league right now. He's tied atop the Golden Boot race in Canada West with 5 goals, with 4 assists to go alongside of that. So pretty much everything that happens for the Cascades goes through number 7 up the middle.
Points in every match so far this season besides the one. Even in that match, he had a ton of shots right on target. And now chance for the Cascades to put something towards goal. Brzezina! Does he put it in? Of course! Mateo Brzezina taps one in out front that was lying around off the turnover. Cascades, as they have so often early this season, capitalize on one of their first chances.
Almost a carbon copy of Friday night where they scored only 2 minutes in. Same situation. They get an avenue along the left-hand side there, and they center, and it's Kevin Malin with the centering pass. Brzezina gets just enough, but everything is just turning to gold for Mateo Brzezina this year, bagging his 6th of the season.
Unbelievable. Right on cue, picks up right where he left off. And the Cascades, once again, for the 3rd straight home game this season, lead very early.
This Cascades team has had something to prove this season. They thought they were ranked awfully low in that preseason coaches' rankings, and they have come out firing this season. And, I mean, what more can you say about Mateo Brzezina, the way he's played this season? But you got to give some credit to Kevin Malin. What a turn around the corner there, driving down. And the two of them have had so much chemistry this season. It's been fantastic to watch.
Yeah, Malin put that one on a platter for him. So now what does a Pronghorns team, like you mentioned, that has struggled to put the ball in the net this year, are they going to be able to play from behind in this one and find some offense?
Yeah, they're going to have to figure it out. And it's got to be deflating for them, too. They play so well defensively. They don't get scored on. To give up one only 3 minutes into the match, you know that is going to affect them a little bit here, and they're going to hope to try and shore things up defensively and just try to wait and pick their spots to try and level this one up.
Ball taken down in the middle and a nice little touch like Malin there, and he lays it off Good little 1-2 in the middle now. Referee says play on, but as the advantage dies, he'll call it back.
That's some lovely movement between the Cascades players there, just touching it onto one another, finding the open space off the ball, and really just opening up some lanes and catching the Pronghorns sleeping a little bit early on. They're a little bit shell-shocked, don't really know what hit them in the early stages.
Good touch there from Brzezina into Beecroft, but he couldn't cut back inside.
He's just playing with so much confidence right now. That was such a clever touch. Recognized what Beecroft was going to do, just played it perfectly to him.
Pandita steps up for the steal. He'll get a pass back towards him. Coburn scoops it up and plays it to the outside. Can they get something in towards the box? A good cut in and a chance for Malin, but didn't get all on that shot.
Yeah, might have been looking for Brzezina in the middle again, but it was a nice little turn to get some space and get that shot away, but defense is breaking it up.
Pass to the outside, and the Pronghorns look to counter. Magali sends that one back to the Pronghorns' end. Throw here coming as the roadside. Still a ton of game left. No panic in their game yet at this point, but feeling the pressure as he'll play it off the defender. Sadu coming and getting in the mix. His role has changed a little bit. One of the players on this team is very versatile. We've seen him a lot playing on the wing in the back, but Agali has moved to more of that position the last few games.
Yeah, and he's looked good in that right back position. He's had some good chemistry with Beecroft, knows when to step up a little bit, make those overlaps. And he's a big guy. He really is a strong presence out there, and he's got the pace to be able to make those runs from that right wing position.
Malin trying a little touch around the defender, doesn't work, and the Pronghorns will take over for a throw here. Taken down and looking to press up immediately, but turned over in the middle of the field. Ball over the top now, looking for Beecroft, but a little over his head. Long throw this time towards the middle of the field and headed in towards a green jersey where played towards Brzezina, and he plays it back looking for some help where the Cascades will slow it up.
Like that play, they just kind of recognized it was a little bit hectic, just played it back to Muter. Again, that's just something we really didn't see this Cascades team do much last year, was slow the game down and know when to pass it back.
Keeper's Armin Thar there for the Pronghorns today. Rolls that one out as his team looks to move up the pitch. Good little shield there to go take possession for Rosenlund, and he'll look to send one over the top, but his winger on the far side was in an offside position.
Yeah, we have to wonder where the goals are going to come for the Pronghorns tonight. Leading scorer with 2 on the season, Simon Rolfston. He's in the lineup, but not in the starting 11. He's not on the pitch currently. And the only other player with a goal this season, Noah Bilodeau, not in the lineup at all today. So they're going to have to find scoring from somewhere else on the pitch.
Cascades will take over now with a throw as they look to play with a little possession here. Looks for the flick instead of trying to keep control there, and doesn't work, and through the legs of the defender, but unable to find it on the other side.
UFV just kind of clogging up those lanes in the middle of the pitch. They've been doing that all season long, doing a really good job of controlling the midfield. frustrate their opponents, force them out wide.
Panditha on the throw, looking long towards Brzezina, who gets a touch to it, and Cascades come away with it. Beecroft with a step here. He'll race towards the middle. Couldn't quite find Malin. The pass just a little behind him.
Oh, Beecroft had moved over to that left side. Malin just off his back foot. Tough play to try and make for him. Nearly got away with it.
Great little move there from Agali to get free. Stays with it on his foot. Now he's got some room in the middle. Closed out there, though, as he ran out of space.
Yeah, it was a great little run. Nice little touch and turn. Absolutely burned past his defender there. Nearly got past the second.
Kauk's getting some touches in on the back end. Now a ball comes over the top looking towards Brzezina. He'll get there first. What can he make of it from the corner? Goes down but sticks with it. And the Cascades win a corner.
Yeah, good run there to track that one down in the corner. Using his body to shield the ball away, waiting for his chance. Knew he didn't have any other play to make and just played it off the leg. Earns the first corner of the match here for the Cascades. We'll see if Vega can whip one in here.
Cascades will send all but two bodies in towards the box. Coburn looks like he'll stay up high as a option. This one, though, ripped in right towards the box. Agali gets up first but can't head it towards goal.
Oh, that was a really nice run right into the six by Agali. Mistimed his run or his jump maybe just by a half second. Unable to direct that ball downwards towards the net, but that is a really nice corner from the Cascades. Very promising.
Got some big body options to send in there for those corners. The Pronghorns, the player on the ball right now, pretty big, Damon Field, but other than that, a fairly small team all around. Damon Field, though, 6'6" he's listed as one of the bigger players in the league. Over the head of everyone there from Cokes, and the Pronghorns will get a throw opportunity.
Yeah, not taking any chances there. Agali and Beecroft, just a rare situation where they got their wires crossed a little bit. Neither one thought the ball was for them.
Turn towards the middle. They can't find anything going forward, so they'll regroup and field over to the outside. Pressure on there, and a turnover forced once again. A lot of pressure being put on by the Cascades when the Pronghorns get on that ball. Vega, the captain, to the outside, and the Cascades look to move forward, but run into a wall of white jerseys there. Panditha looking to shield the ball. Ends up coming away with it.
Yeah, it was really good from Panditha. We really haven't said his name enough this season with how good he's been. Just a rock playing in that left back role, and he's been so good. Knows when to step up and intercept those balls, and really good at shielding the ball with his body as well.
That time Sadu gets in to disrupt the play. Now a chance for the Cascades to go forward, but Coburn can't connect with Beecroft. Brzezina puts the pressure on the keeper, who plays it up quickly, and Vega unable to keep that possession. Rosenlund plays give and go in the middle, and now he'll play it off. Bowl plays give and go with him now. Lethbridge just passing around here, waiting for some opportunities to open up as the Cascades play a strong defensive shape in the middle and force a turnover. And the ref will stop it there for a foul.
Yeah, Cascades not in any rush to try and press on the ball there. They feel pretty confident in their ability to hold that midfield and waited for the Pronghorns to make a mistake, and sure enough, that's what they did, and it leads to a opportunity here, and we'll see what Szymanski can do with that big right boot of his.
Elects to take this one short, though. Vega now to the outside, and they'll look to work something from the angle here. A decent ball played in, but it is the big defender, Field, able to get there first. O'Galley takes that quick, and Szymanski an opportunity to switch the field. Vega turns in the middle, and he'll find a Golly on this near side. Szymanski. Pressure put on there, and a turnover, but the Cascades did just enough to step up on that ball and create an offside position. Really close there to being a odd man attack the other way on Jackson Cowks, but the Cascades survived that one. Up towards the middle. Foul called there as the defender stepping in doesn't like that one. Thought he got ball, but a little bit of leg in there as well. Cascades didn't have a whole lot of set piece opportunities on Friday night, but getting them in bunches here in the last few minutes, and now this time Dante Coburn will try and whip something in towards goal. A lot of Cascades here in the mix. It right towards the middle. Chance on the second opportunity. Malin didn't get all of that volley.
Yeah, that's a tough one to play on that hop like that, but another good opportunity. Cascades still knocking on the door.
Ball over the top of Gali. Backs up, gets himself in position. Vega coming a long way to disrupt that header opportunity. Brzezina looking to step in with the help of Beecroft, and Brzezina likes the pressure there, but Pronghorns will get another opportunity on a throw here, with the Cascades looking to keep the pressure up and get a steal of sorts here. Won't happen now as Field just plays that one deep down the pitch. Looked like it was a good pass, good line on that pass. Just had enough room, did Cowks. A second opportunity here, though, as on the rebound it comes out. Alex Lattori has a chance from outside the box. Didn't have all the power in the world on that one. Looking for placement, just goes wide.
Yeah, tough for the Pronghorns there. A rare opportunity against the Cascades with a rare turnover. Tried to go with, the outside of his boot like that, and curling into that near corner. Didn't miss by a whole lot, but looks like Cowks may have had the post covered.
Pronghorns now looking to keep it in on this near side. They just do and work it down the line. O'Galley puts the pressure on, and some help from Beecroft to fish it out of trouble. Coburn now looking over the top. Brzezina puts the pressure on, but Fields calm under pressure this time, and he'll get it back with a chance to move it up the pitch. Doesn't go any further than Vega, who's solid in the middle. Now a good little layoff to Beecroft, who will work it in towards the box just over the head of Mayland.
Second time now that Beecroft hasn't missed Mayland by a lot. But that play set up once again by a clever little touch from Brzezina.
Yeah, he doesn't often have the ball on his foot for too long in the middle of the field there in those bunched up situations. Seems to always make the right pass quick this season. Beecroft thought he had his leg taken out there. No worse for wear, will get up as the Pronghorns stay in possession. Good little passing sequence here from the away side, but now the pressure's on and running out of room. Panditha forces it out. looking to switch the field here right off the hop, but it's right on the chest of Beecroft. Vega turns into trouble, but works out of it. Referee stops it for a foul there as Vega was roughed up.
Yeah, great work from Vega to keep that ball on his foot, earn the free kick. You can see why he's the captain of this side. He's so calm and composed in that holding midfield position.
And similar to, I feel like what you mentioned earlier with Panditha, another player, both of them, we don't say their names nearly enough for the impact they have in the game, but they just go about their work quietly, always being in good position and making the right plays. As this run comes to an end late, but forces the corner as Malin put a little pressure on.
Yeah, Malin continuing to find lots and lots of room with that pace along that left-hand side.
Yeah, he's real quick. Coburn delivered a good ball in last time. Just unable to direct it towards goal was a goalie. We'll see if they elect for a similar tactic here.
We can see the Cascades kind of sitting up on the edge of the 18.
This one in towards the middle again. Keeper, though, gets there first this time, and they'll call it for a dead ball anyways. Cascades content to let the Pronghorns take their time up the pitch here. Just over 20 minutes gone in this first half. Cascades 1. Visiting Pronghorns 0 so far. Through the middle, nothing there as the Cascades clog it up once again. Good little chest from Brazina to find Beecroft on the end. Looking back to Brazina, but he'd already started a run down the pitch. O'Galley with a great tackle.
Yeah, nice job stepping up there. Recognized the Pronghorn player had his back turned, didn't see him coming.
A bit unlucky that he got so much solid ball that he whipped it all the way across the pitch to a Pronghorn player. Now a little burst down the wing as Sakaguchi tries to get there first. Doesn't win the race, but wins a throw for his side.
Yeah, Muter there to cover for Panditha. Just more good team play out of this Cascades back line.
Brazina putting the pressure on here. Feeling that pressure and having to turn back is Bull. He'll look to work things through the middle now. Having to turn back was more. Now down the wing, it's Will Hughes. Unable to connect, though, with Laturi making the run. And now Brazina will get a chance to run onto one. Brazina, good little touch to keep it in possession. Whips it towards the middle, but he was so far ahead of the play, no other Cascades up there to pass to.
Yeah, I think he wanted Colburn to be making a run more towards the center. But he was trying to provide him with a little bit of support. But another really good run from Brazina. He just seems to get on the end of them time after time.
Switching the field, the Pronghorns unable to put any sort of pressure on Jackson Cowk so far. He'll have to stay ready back there, though, as Will Hughes now on the outside looking to put something in. A Galley with the great pressure once again.
Just look how pumped up he gets every time he makes a play. You love that energy.
Absolutely. The rookie absolutely fired up. So now Bulwell will reset. Cascades pushing up the pitch as Lethbridge regroups on their back line. Cascades just clogging up all the passing lanes in the middle. Looked like he wanted to try something over the top, but Field elects to take it down. Coming through the middle now. They'll reset again. Finally, the Cascades do get their turnover, but they do so illegally there, says the referee. A foul committed. Still nothing in the books. Quarter, pardon me, 25 minutes into this one. Not too physical of a game thus far. O'Galley going to get there first with the header. Finds Beecroft. Turned over here by the Pronghorns. They have a chance to work something forward. Play into the middle, but the Cascades recovered well, and they'll have to work it back. Bowell towards the middle. They swing it around the outside. Look to switch the field right back. Played over the head, and when they got to the middle, though, and Lethbridge can't reach it. Can they get it back off Vega's foot? No, he plays it back, and Cascades deal with the trouble once again. Taken down in the middle, and instantly Szymanski gets first to it and mishandled there. Now Beecroft chance to go forward. Beecroft looking to cut back towards the middle, but bit of a tall task there trying to take on two defenders as he ran out of space.
Yeah, Brzezina and Beecroft kind of found themselves stuck in the same spot on the pitch there. I think Brzezina wanted him to play that ball a little bit more out wide, and he wanted to run onto it, but they got their wires crossed. But another good opportunity for the Cascades in transition.
Another chance for the Pronghorns on a throw here as unable to establish possession. Malin finally able to get it on the Cascades' foot, and this time they'll get the throw opportunity. Panditha looking for the throw to Coburn on a little touch play there, and the Cascades player is not happy about that one as they do actually get the ref to change his mind there. The side official calling for it the other way, but the referee comes in and overrides it as it deflected off a white jersey, and now Panditha will get another opportunity a little further up the pitch. Unable to find anything there, but they'll try it again. Panditha, will he try something a little longer this time? Does find an option in the corner. It's Brzezina. Can he work out of there? Unable to win the corner. So it looked like he was trying to do, and Kai Sakaguchi will play it off the defender for a throw. Over the top, but no white jerseys in the area. And advantage played for a moment by the referee, but calls it back as the Pronghorn there nipping at the heels of Malin.
It's been a pretty exciting game here through half an hour at this point. It's been very back and forth. Both teams with a couple of opportunities. Feel like Cascades are deserving this lead that they currently have, though. It was a really nice goal early. Seemed to be the better side up to this point of the match.
Szymanski over towards Vega, and a shoulder to the back is going to win that foul here, as looks like that card came from a little bit of arguing after the call. Referee was telling him to tone it down after committed a couple of fouls in the last little stretch, and it looked like he had some choice words for him after that.
Yeah, not a whole lot in that challenge, but enough to win the foul for sure.
So Kareem Bashir Bey, the first one into the book here this evening. Good little pass over to Agali. Look to beat the man on the outside, but Carson Moore stays keen to that. Hughes plays it back to Moore. Beecroft trying to get in on him there. Pass out of trouble, and Moore looks to work it forward now. Plays it down the line, but Szymanski all over that one.
Did well to keep it inbounds as well and just send it the other way.
Does end up in a goal kick here.
Cascade center backs not afraid to come all the way out to the sidelines to win those balls. Shows a lot of trust that the back line has in each other. They're willing to run out of position to make those plays.
Lethbridge hasn't forced much yet, but finally they look for something over the top. Agali heads it to the corner, looking to play himself out of trouble, but Hughes does enough to make him earn the corner.
Yeah, just spotting Hughes down that near sideline with a lot of space to run into. Agali read it well, but Hughes doing enough to win a corner for the Pronghorns, their first of the match.
Bashir Bey on his right foot, looking to whip something in towards goal here. A lot of Pronghorns right in the mix towards the keeper. It's played into that area. Agali gets his body up there first, and the attempt from outside as well over.
Well defended that time from the Cascades. It was a nice whipped-in ball from Bashir Bey. Did enough to clear it away, and then the second attempt from Hughes was never going to challenge the goal from there.
Brazina works it forward to Coburn. Great little ball to Beecroft here. Beecroft finds some space, gets a chance to put it in, but can't find anything over the head of field. Agali goes to ground again.
Yeah, I knew he didn't have any other option. He had to go to ground there. Or else Sakaguchi was going to have a good amount of space to run into with that ball.
Going to ground this time, Szymanski to win that one and force a throw. All-out effort on every play here from
another great part about playing on this natural grass is it's a lot easier to just slide to ground.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about that turf burn or anything. Turned over here, and the Pronghorns an opportunity going to ground there, but the referee says it's a clean challenge, though the Pronghorns player stays down in the box.
It's a tough one for Moore. It looks like he did take a bit of a knock on that, but I do think Agali did enough to win the ball. That's a tough play to make. But personally, I do think the ref made the correct decision in not giving a penalty. I do think Agali won the ball first.
Yeah, Carson Moore found himself with not a whole lot of space there. Ran out of it. Goes to ground, but doesn't win the call. Cascades survive there, but the first real pressure point from the Pronghorns so far. Caux taking his time, makes them put the pressure on before he picks this one up, and now he'll wait for his side to send it.
Back Sakaguchi up there. He was right in his face.
First to it is Field, and able to keep it within play, but unable to do anything with it. There was Hughes looking frustrated. And now Malin with a burst to the outside. Look at that speed again. Does he find room for the finish? Boy, he was looking back for Brzezina, and the keeper doing just enough to throw himself in front.
Yeah, great touch by Malin, playing it right to himself as he had to get around to the outside. And once again, we're finding he's outworking the defenders there. He's able to outrun them to the ball. And another good opportunity. Thar had to be really, really sure on that one as he came out to claim it.
Under 10 minutes now in regular time of this first half, as Cascades still find themselves up one here on the visiting Lethbridge Pronghorns, as now the Cascades look to move it up, but one of their players is down further back on the pitch.
Looks like Carson Muter might be the one who's gone to ground. Doesn't appear to be too banged up. He caught just a stud to the foot.
Players will take the opportunity for a quick drink and regroup as get ready for the final stretch of this first half. Crucial stretch to keep if you're the Cascades, or try and steal if you're the Pronghorns, the momentum heading into halftime.
Yeah, I think the Cascades will be happy to take a 1-0 lead into halftime if they are able to hold on. Been a very strong showing so far, and much like on Friday night, an early goal gives them the advantage, and then they've been able to, for the most part, really control the pace of the match since then. Pronghorns have offered a little bit more of a challenge than what we saw on Friday night.
Panditha waiting for some movement. Finally finds Mayland, who's unable to control that one. Headed towards the middle, sliding Panditha gets that one out of harm's way, and controlled with the chest by Brzezina, but him and Beecroft not on the same page, but they'll regain it here as Pronghorns can't keep possession. Brzezina down the line, looking to work out of trouble, find some space, gets the cross in, but a little too much on it, looking for Malin back post.
Yeah, adrenaline running just a little too much through the leg there of Brzezina. What a great turn, 1-on-2, able to fire something in the direction of the 18-yard box. Looks like we're going to see Nate Servo check in for the last few minutes here of the first half for the Cascades, standing at the center of the pitch there.
Over the top here now, an onside run. Do they have a chance? He gets a step, closed out though by Szymanski. And there's his teammate Muter to help him out, clean it up. Beecroft now the other way. Quickly on the transition are the Cascades. Beecroft makes a move. And the defender going to ground, Will Hughes, breaks that one up for now, and then he's fouled.
Yeah, Beecroft looked like he deked himself out there as he lost the ball.
Great job by Szymanski, though, on the other end, getting back to break up that attack.
Yeah, absolutely. Lethbridge with a really nice run there. Completely beat the offside trap, but good recovery defense from the Cascades.
Moore looking for something over the top for a moment, but he'll settle. Switching it around, but they turn it over. Coburn stepped up for the steal. Coburn now looking for some space as he's closed out. Finds Brzezina. Brzezina slips, trying to make a quick cut down the line.
Yeah, it's a tough play to make for anybody, even Brzezina. Just lost his footing. Cascades possibly could have waited a little bit. It looked like they had Vega jumping up into the play from behind. Colburn possibly could have held up play for a second or two and moved it into the center. But we've said it plenty of times, when Brzezina calls for the ball, you give it to him. He's been so good this season.
Servo taking over for Beecroft, who had a strong first half. We'll no doubt see him back in this one in what could be any number of positions.
Yeah, Beecroft really seems to have taken to that right winger midfield position. Really looking strong on that wing.
Definitely. Brzezina, good chemistry with his players on either wing there. Is now a good touch towards the middle. Creates some space around Caux and able to finish. Dalla Costa ties this one up just before halftime.
That's a back-breaking goal for the Cascades, Dom. What a run, and an even better cross-field pitch going from all the way from the left side on their own side of half, going all the way across the pitch, playing it perfectly onto the foot of Dalla Costa, and a great turn around Jackson Caux, who came out to challenge, beating Panditha, going around and just potting it into the open net. Brilliant finish.
Yeah, that was a great job to stay calm under pressure with Caux flying out at him. Defenders all around him kept it in tight control and able to find the open cage.
Yeah, those long balls to the far sides there have been really starting to find a home. They're seeing something that seems to be working for them, and that was just perfectly placed.
Yeah, credit to Lethbridge. They didn't panic under pressure whatsoever, didn't change their plan. Like you mentioned earlier, they know what kind of solid game they play defensively, don't really press offensively. They waited for their opportunity to try and figure out how they could break down this Cascades side, and finding a little success late in the first half. Good steal here now the other way. Coburn, and he'll try it from deep, just wide as the keeper was over to cover that corner.
Yeah, bold decision to try and go from that far out from Colburn, but he saw a lane, he took it, did not miss by too much. Good opportunity, and for this Cascades side, they got to find a way now to try and put a goal past this defense that's coming into tonight had only given up three all season before the one tonight.
And looking a little more confident as this game progresses since conceding early. Kept in, and Pronghorns looking to continue forward here now as Muter finally deals with it. Flicked forward by Malin, but Field there to recover. Stolen there as Vega, a chance to put one forward. Tough to get anything over Field, though. He's in good position. Fresh legs of Servo, ready to put the pressure on as Malin heads it towards the box. Brzezina takes it down looking for space. He'll go back to the outside and cross there, but can't find a green jersey.
Oh, that cross has to be up in the air from Malin. Great opportunity off that turnover. Brzezina was played well onside.
Servo now just offside.
That was a close one. Wasn't offside by much. He's brought something a little bit. You love to see that pace on that wing.
Pronghorns, they push things forward for one last opportunity before half.
Yeah, I can't imagine we'll see more than a minute added on here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, pretty fast flowing first half, back and forth. Pronghorns going forward now. Chance to get something towards goal, passed in, and Panditha, the play was offside, but Panditha on the slide broke it up anyways.
You wouldn't think this is a Pronghorns team that's only scored 3 goals coming into today, the way that they have really started to flow really well offensively, and they're starting to feel very confident on the ball. Some nice 1-2 plays, and they're making this Cascades defense work here in the late stages of the opening half.
So 2 minutes additional time from the referee. Clean play there as he shielded him off. Unable to connect, though, on the through ball. Cokes gets it down the pitch. And the Cascades will get a throw.
Yeah, maybe just time for one more opportunity for either side at this point. Pronghorns will be thrilled to be going into the half here level.
Up the wing. No space there to get around a sliding Vega. Throw, work back towards the middle. Coburn, though, steals it. Works out of trouble as he finds some space in the middle. Unable to connect with anyone, though. As now Hughes looks to press it. One last chance in this first half. No foul call there, as it was the momentum more so that took the Pronghorns player to ground. Servo loses it there. Agali regroups. Brzezina, great little touch around the defender to himself. Brzezina looking to move forward. Has some space for a cross. Gets it towards goal, but nobody at that back post. Sadu corrals it. Do they have one more opportunity towards goal here in this half? And it will come on a free kick opportunity.
Yeah, it's going to be the last opportunity here of the opening half. Cascades maybe a little bit lucky to get away with one on the other side. Szymanski, it did look like he fell on his own, but Szymanski did wrap an arm around him, so he easily could have been called. But either way, it is going to be a dangerous set-piece opportunity here with the last kick of the first half.
Referee trying to move things along as we're nearing the very end of the first half here. Boel able to get up and stay in the match. Brzezina wants something towards the back post here. The rest of the players working their way in towards the middle. It's Vega, the captain, who stands over top of it, looking to get something in here in a dangerous position to finish off this first half. Vega goes short. Coburn from the top, and it's blocked. And that's how this half ends.
Oh, I have to put that one into the 18. Don't like the decision to play it short, especially when you can crowd the box like that. You can just drive it towards the net and hope that it just misses everybody and goes straight in, or maybe you get a touch.
So the opportunity squandered there, and 1-1 is how we go into the half. A blazing hot start for the home side. Welcome back in, soccer fans, to Rotary Stadium here in Abbotsford. Just about underway to get going for second half action between the UFV Cascades and the Lethbridge Pronghorns. It was a great first half for about 35 minutes for the Cascades, leading for most of it looking in control, and then the Pronghorns, after sitting back, finally attacked to tie it late.
Yeah, Cascades will be kicking themselves a little bit for allowing the Pronghorns back into this match with that leveling goal. It was a brilliant finish as well. We're going to have to learn how to stop those cross-field passes that were starting to really find a home. A couple of subs here as well to start the second half for the Cascades.
Pronghorns looking to test the Cascades back line early. That one just rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like Rico Suga has checked into the match. well as Will Stewart, and I believe Jivon Dollywall. So 3 halftime subs here for the Cascades.
Switching things up to start things off here. Tom Lowndes in his 10th season as head coach. Got this team off to a great start so far. Switching up his tactics a little bit here to try and swing things in the second half. Sadu switches things back. Szymanski. Muter turns back to Szymanski, and Pronghorn's looking to put a little pressure on now. Caux will have to be quick with this one, and up the pitch he goes. O'Galley with a good header down the line. Just out of the reach, though, of his winger. Now a through ball the other way. Good wheels, though, by Muter to stay ahead of that one.
Yeah, had to be sure, as that was a nice little run there. Rolfson, who's also checked in here for the second half. He's leading the Pronghorns this season with 2 goals, including a big goal on Friday night against UBC in that 1-1 draw.
Things starting to form here in the box as the Pronghorns spreading out a little more than they did last time. This one in towards the near post where Dollywall deals with it easily. And now Brzezina, a good move to get around one. Does he have the burst to get around a couple more? Just about finally shouldered off of it.
Yeah, nice little run there. Hoping to get around that second defender. He could see Stewart making the run in the middle of the pitch, but no way he was going to be able to find him.
Had a little more work to do till that became an option. Szymanski. Muter. Vega now up the middle. Dollywall and Sadu go back and forth. And now Latore wins that for his side. Headed down towards the middle. Pronghorns through the legs and to the corner. Trying to beat Sadu to the outside. Uses his body to get around him. Centers pass now and unable to finish on the near post. The offside flag came in as the final player there was offside.
Nice run from Bashir Bey up this near side. Able to get around his defender. Make a run in deep. And a good centering pass, but just broken up. And then, like you mentioned, the offside flag going up.
Sadu a little heavy on the cross-field attempt there.
Pronghorns taking advantage, though. O'Galley was a little bit out of the play after that run. Laturi not able to get any power off that header.
Caux in possession now as not too much up the field. Cascades just unable to control it quite yet and finally able to settle it down after a couple bounces and staying on possession here. A lot of quick touches. Good work here to try and get free. Dollywall in some trouble now, though, as the Pronghorns midfielders surround him, and Cascade's lucky to get it back there. And now a good ball down the wing towards the middle, but offside down the line was Jivon Dollywall.
Yeah, lucky there from Harjovan Sadu. Needs to make something happen with the ball on his foot like that. Cannot hold on to it for so long. Tough giveaway. He was lucky to get it back and was looking like a nice play there down the line, but just offside.
Putting on the pressure there was Suga. His Teammates coming to help him now as the Pronghorns try to pass out of trouble, but they're unable to connect on the back play there.
Yeah, just careless turnover there. Not recognizing where his teammate was on the pitch.
Throw towards the box. Brzezina trying to shield with his body, but unable to create any space for himself. Switch of the field now and a big touch to move forward. Stop it there, though, as he didn't see any options to pass. Now they'll find something down the wing. Taken out there is Agali, solid. He'll send it right down the line looking for Brzezina. Field was there all the way to angle that one out.
Yeah, good defensive play from Agali to win that ball back, but probably didn't need to try and make that deep pass. Could have potentially taken a couple of steps and looked for something in the middle of the park.
Rotary able to control. Can he find some space? Good turn back there and beats one, but ran into a wall of green jerseys. Now the Cascades will slow it up as Suga plays it back, and they're able to find some space on the switch where Sadu will be in control. Muter, good pass to pick one up down the wing, and Dollywall pummeled there as he tried to cut to the middle.
That was the Pronghorns goal scorer, Delacosta, getting right into him, just bowled him over. Nothing malicious in it, but rushing to try and get back into the play defensively and crashes into him.
Cascades elect to go back with it. Szymanski, the Muter. Vega now turns forward. Some space for Dollywall. Back to Vega as they don't see anything they like there. Sadu with a step up the line. He'll cut back, has some space now to deliver something towards the box. Getting to it first was Suga, but player right on his back, unable to do much with it. Field on the back line. He'll play it to the outside and right back past him they go. Quick pass up the line is not where it's supposed to be. A galley cuts towards the middle. Good ball there to find Vega, who works around back to the outside. Stewart keeps it just in the line, but had to be quick with his touch and no one heading down that line.
Been a bit of a tense first 10 minutes here of this second half for both sides. I think the Pronghorns have been maybe getting a little bit of the better of the second half so far, but it's been very even, and it looks like both teams very much looking to try and win the 3 points here tonight. Golly goes down in a heap. Looks like he just got clipped in the ankle.
Quick chat from the referee, but he didn't see anything malicious in it. Will be a foul call there, though. And so on the ground, the Cascades take it. Header one in the air. And taken down to ground. A little bit of space now as getting around a couple there was Sakaguchi. Finds a teammate, and now the through ball for the final opportunity, and Kauks with the big stop.
Great run from the Pronghorns on the counter attack. A really nice pass there from Laturi, able to find his man, Rosenlund. But Rosenlund playing it right at Kauks as he looks like he was trying to go across his body and slide it into that right corner. Kauks, though, up to the challenge. Guides it out for a corner kick, but Pronghorns continuing to press here in this second half.
Yeah, that they're Best looking opportunity here in the second half for either side. And now that one results in a corner. The delivery now high towards the back post, and no pronghorn even in that area.
Yeah, Sidhu probably could have just let that one go out the back, but not taking any chances, it leads to a throw in here. And the pressure stays on.
Every Cascade back to help defend on this one. Just after that corner, throw in now controlled by Vega and cleared as far as they can for now. The goal scorer, Dalla Costa, showing some skill down the line, passes it off, was looking to get it back on that run, but they'll settle for a corner. Or no, actually a goal kick, pardon me.
Doesn't look like Bashir Bey was too much of a fan of the call, but he's not going to say too much. He's already on a yellow for that exact reason.
Yeah, he's got to be careful out there now. Only player booked so far in this one here today. Caux fakes that one short, and now after everyone clears, he'll take that short opportunity.
Yeah, Cascades really want to work it through their center backs here.
Muter quickly up with the pressure on Sidhu. Gives it and makes a run. Stewart in trouble there. Sidhu looking to go quickly up the line. Has it stolen from him. Field up the middle. Hughes on the outside now with some space and can't quite connect there with Sakaguchi, who still battling to try and keep it in, but a goal kick it is.
Yeah, Szymanski doing just enough to keep himself between Sakaguchi and the ball and letting it roll out the back for a goal kick. Cascades need a spark offensively right now. Things just a little bit stagnant at the moment.
Suga in a battle for it. Finally coming away with it is Sidhu. Harjovan Sidhu looking for that pass up the middle. Can't connect. And Szymanski not taking any chances there. Looking for a quick burst there, but Vega in great position. He's looking to play on Brzezina now, but Boel wasn't fooled for a second there. Knew exactly what was coming. And pardon me, not Boel. That's Nicholas Billadou on this near side, but he's unable to keep it in play. Cascades will get it for a throw as Igali checks out for the first time in this match.
Yeah, we'll see Grenache Sidhu enter the match. Cascades continue to try and find a spark.
So Buggy Sidhu in towards the corner. He gets the pass back, looking for some space. Looking to cross it in, almost linked up with Suga. This one still up for grabs as Vega, or pardon me, Brzezina looked towards the middle. No teammates, though, in that area. Everyone was behind him. Sidhu fresh into the game. His first action will be a throw-in. Strong throw in towards the foot of Brzezina, who's able to control but not find a link-up pass down the wing. Step in there from Stewart, looking to create the turnover. Pronghorn's looking to go long now. Well over the head of everyone, and Caux will happily take that.
They're just trying to draw the Pronghorns a little bit out of position, trying to stretch them out defensively. Unfortunately, they're taking a little too long, and they're just allowing Lethbridge to get set up.
just past the hour mark now as we're 30 minutes to go in regulation time here tonight. Still 1-1. Who can dig something out here for a winner in this one? Cascades looked like they might be buzzing for an opportunity there, but unable to get past the defenders.
Yeah, that was Gernage to do right off the bench. His first touch, did a good job, but just lost the handle of it and then commits the foul.
Little too much looking down the line. Szymanski easily on the steal. Now Brzezina backing up to receive this one. Does well to shield it, but tough bounce off his leg there. Della Costa looking down line. Kept in well by Sadu. Vega with a good shield to turn back, and Stewart turns right into trouble, but able to work out of it. Pronghorns stay with it and finally do win possession back. Referee didn't think they had enough of an advantage there, so they'll win the free kick.
Have to play that ball a little bit faster. They were doing that in the first half, but things seem to be slowing down. A little indecision there. Got the Cascades in trouble in a rough area. Looks like Alex Lethbridge just needs a minute there as he got a bit of a cramp.
So the Cascades controlled the majority of that first half. The Pronghorns sat back a little till the end of that half, but coming out a little more aggressively here in the second half.
Yeah, since about, like as you mentioned, I think about the 35-minute mark, it's been the Pronghorns who have been the better team here in this one. Looking to make it a very strong showing on the road against two very good teams. We mentioned already, taking points on the road against UBC is one of the hardest things to do. Looks like Akio is going to, Lethbridge is going to come out. Ben Gingras going to check in here in his place.
Hughes on the delivery, swinging one in towards the back post, and looked for a moment he might have a man. I think Szymanski got the final boot to it. Still in trouble here as the 6'6" defender up there. He's often going to get to those balls first, but he impeded Caux' space in doing so.
Yeah, I got the foul call, but I would not be surprised as this match gets into the later stages if they try and send the big man up to try and just create an opportunity.
Not much between these two teams here today. Quite an even match and tied up here with both sides looking for a way to find the deciding goal. Lots of game here left. Battle there goes the way of the Cascades as the final touch off the defender in white, and now Buggy Sadu looking down the line. Brzezina, good little turn there initially, but he used the jersey of the opposing player to create that space for him, said the referee. Even the tug of the jersey motion there. Some room in the middle now as Gingras, first touch out there. Szymanski looking for a long one. Wasn't quite on the same page, but Della Costa unable to keep it in anyways.
Yeah, it looks like the Pronghorns are kind of trying to invite the Cascades into those long balls. Bit of a strategy that used to be UFV's bread and butter last season.
Sadu. Muter now with a man right on him. Caux will have to hurry and has to just play that one out as the pressure was on.
Lethbridge really frustrating the home side here all throughout the second half. Cascades haven't even had a sniff at goal here.
Played out of trouble, and the Cascades now look to move forward. Good turn there to find some space, but led Vega just a little too much. Dalacosta recovered. His squad goes forward now, and advantage played by the referee, but called back as they play it out.
Lethbridge just seems to want it more right now. They're running down those balls. They had some space. It was a nice pass into space to Vega, but it was Dalacosta just making that big run. Got there first, clearly wanted it more, as you could see, and now a free kick opportunity. So we'll see the big center backs for Lethbridge getting into the 18.
Hard collision there. Which way's the call going? It does go the way of the Cascades, as Gingras was in there a little too aggressively, and Cascades player feeling the worst of it here.
Yeah, looks like Dollywall, who's a little bit shaken up. Pronghorns will be more than happy to take that foul, though, give themselves a chance for their center backs to get back into the play and get set up defensively.
Up and back ready to go as Buggy Sadu on the ball. A burst down the line, creates a little bit of space. Just unable to keep it in, looking for Brzezina. Back now to Caux, has to play that first time, and who could win this battle? Pronghorns got there first, but back to the Cascades, and a throw is the result after a deflection, but after a decent run from a couple guys, they'll check back out Dollywall and Suga for a couple of the players who looked real good in that first half.
Yeah, Mayland and Beecroft gonna come back and play those wings. Although it looks like Beecroft maybe potentially setting up in more of a central attacking role. But either way, it is going to be that same front three we saw start the game. We'll see if they can recapture that magic as Brzezina looks to shift out wide to the right.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised to see both guys subbed off to start this first half, but now 20 minutes remaining in this one. Fresh legs for the two of them. We'll see what they can create up front with this man, Brzezina, who does just enough to keep it in on the line and can't find the final ball in towards the box, but it will be Cascades' ball on a throw.
Yeah, desperate defending there from Bull. He had to go to ground to prevent Brzezina from walking right in towards the goal and trying to set up one of his teammates in the front of the net.
Beecroft bodied off of it there in the corner. Szymanski with a good header to control. Sadu takes a touch to the outside where he has a little bit of room now. Created by himself. Can he stay with it one last time? No. Ran into a wall of jerseys and could never recover. Played forward. And a big collision there, but the referee finally does call it back. It was borderline, and it will produce a card.
Late call there from the official. I do think it is the right decision. That was a little bit reckless there from Grenache to do. Trying to play the body first, but left his feet and crashed right into the attacking forward for the Pronghorns. It's going to lead to a good opportunity here. Another set piece centrally. About 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, it was definitely shoulder on shoulder, but coming in just way too hot with a little too much force was Sadu, the player. Hopefully just the wind knocked out of him a little bit. Looks like he'll be all right to continue in this one and wins a free kick for his team, like you mentioned, in a dangerous spot here with under 20 minutes to go in this one.
Yeah, whoever matches up here with Damon Field going to have to make sure they play him hard, as he's going to have the height advantage.
Szymanski, at least for the moment, the man with that task, and there will be a substitution as Hughes takes it quick and off the top of the crossbar, didn't miss by much.
Yeah, surprised to see him go for goal from that far out, but a nice effort off of his left foot, and like you mentioned, just grazing the top of the bar. Cascades continue to find themselves lucky to be level at the moment.
And so the substitution comes for another player. And checking out was Nicholas Bilodeau. Thomas Dennis getting into this match for the first time here tonight. He'll be in tough on that side, trying to deal with the fresh legs of Kevin Mayland. Ready to make an impact. Had a few chances in that first half using his great speed and quickness down that left side. We'll see if he's able to recreate anything here, as it looks like Beecroft might just be momentarily, but for now in the more of that lone striker position with Brzezina shifting down. But for now it's the Pronghorns looking to move forward. Great recovery by Szymanski, but unable to turn to get it out on the side. It will be a corner. Pronghorns looking to put a serious chance on goal here now as the bigger bodies from the back end come in to try and create some havoc. All the Cascades back.
6-yard box is absolutely filled.
Referee blows it in, and not much movement, as you're right, they just pack the box tight and couldn't find a player on the end of that out of the back for another redo on the corner.
Yep, Muter not taking any chances getting there first.
Probably need something just a little higher, making it towards that havoc area in the middle. See if he can put one there now. This one a little closer to that spot, but far enough out for Szymanski to control easily. Back in, and a opportunity there. Boy, that one, Kaukes didn't react much to it, but placed just perfectly in the corner, coming out of nowhere. Great little finish from Simon Rolfson, and all of a sudden the Pronghorns are up.
Yeah, you had to feel it was coming at this point. The pressure was building and building, as it has been all Pronghorns in the second half. Not doing enough to clear the ball away, just out of position, and a nice layoff, and Rolfston picks up his third of the season, second of the weekend. This Pronghorns team, who only had 2 goals coming into this weekend, suddenly find themselves ahead here.
Yeah, caught me by surprise the way that Kaukes reacted, moving to his left. It looked like it was well wide, but can the Cascades answer right back, trying to make it all happen in one play? Yeah, but there wasn't much Kaukes could do on that one.
No, absolutely. He don't think he thought it was going wide, but either way, it was just nicely curled into the corner, and perhaps a screen as well. Unable to really tell what happened there, but just a nice calm finish from Simon Rolfston.
So free kick opportunity here now on the other side as all of a sudden the Cascades playing from behind. Szymanski waiting for the go-ahead here to deliver something in. Cascades making their run now, curled in, and flying by on the header was Mayland in the middle there, just missing. Thought he had some contact on him there. Beecroft looking to create something on the outside. Who's that off last? They debate for a moment, but give it the way of the Pronghorns.
Yeah, this Pronghorns defense has, other than that, getting caught off guard only 3 minutes in, they have been rock solid. Like we have mentioned already, Cascades haven't even really had a sniff at goal here in the second half. Got to make some sort of adjustment here if they want any chance to level this one up.
Played here first time, looking for that long ball. Sadu has to be careful now himself, playing on a yellow. Goes down there, slipping on the grass, and now going forward here. Good little through ball. Do they get it towards the middle? They can't find anything as Calc swallows it up.
Too much open space there on that far side. Grenache to do just a little caught out of position.
Options both ways. He'll look to the outside, looking to get in towards the box. A step now towards the middle, and Beecroft just couldn't quite get himself to that inside position.
Best look we've seen here in a while from the Cascades. Good vision to play it out wide to Brzezina. A nice centering one, but Thar he's been rock solid in goal here today.
High ball up here. Can the Cascades control? Muter to it first. No Cascade able to find it though. Shoulder on shoulder in the middle, and finally the referee calls it back as a couple of Pronghorns go to ground.
Looks like the frustration's starting to set in a little bit for the home team. Things started out so strongly for them, and unfortunately it has been flipped upside down here by the visitors.
Yeah, they just look like a different team than from the start. The defense has them completely frustrated. Unable to find any way to penetrate them here in this second half, but they'll get the ball back here from their goal line. We'll have to work from the back up, and they'll stop here quick as O'Galley, who looked very strong early, checks back into this one, this time in a much more forward position. And Beecroft will go back to the wing there. Looks like they'll switch up the formation a little and go with O'Galley and Brzezina both at the top now.
Yeah, interesting decision. I think I like the idea. Got to get an extra body forward. O'Galley, something of a wild card. He can produce. He's got a goal this year.
Vega in trouble there, but finds a way out with Mueller. Mayland can't get down the line. They'll settle for a throw for now. Good pressure by the first goal scorer, De La Costa, to force him out.
Yeah, that's what Lethbridge has been doing for a lot of this game, has just been closing down, forcing some tough plays.
O'Galley looking to Beat him on the turn there. Can't do it. And the decision there by Sakaguchi to play it back. It finds its way back to him. Now they're looking to find him down the line, but the back heel not quite on target. Ball played just out of the reach of Malin there as Vega looked to send him forward.
Cascades maybe just pressing the issue a little bit right now, as normally those types of passes are right onto the teammate's foot, but they've just been a little bit ahead of things today here tonight.
O'Galley on the quick throw, looking in towards Brzezina. Pronghorns able to work out of pressure for the time being. Beecroft, though, heads it back in towards the box. O'Galley back out to him. Beecroft looking to work in towards the box. Long body to try and get around, and foul called. Was it inside the box or just out? A yellow card produced.
Yeah, it looks
and
like just a couple yards outside the box.
Just barely. And a big opportunity nonetheless for the Cascades to try and work something forward here. Beecroft just got the defender, Damon Field, on his back heels a little bit and forced him to make a decision there just outside the box.
Looks like Herjoven Sadu, the right footer, is going to step over this one. So it is going to be an out swinger. They got to make sure this one goes right into the danger area. No short ones on this one. It has to be something that'll challenge the keeper.
Time running out to try and even this one back up for the Cascades. Big moment here as the referee sets up the wall. Ready to go almost here. Sadu puts one in just over the wall. Muter just out of his reach. Vega controls at the top. And another chance now to whip one in. Doesn't go first time and ends up in a turnover. Pronghorns looking for an insurance marker here now. Good ball played in. Has just Calks to beat now, and from behind just getting enough of the ball there. What a last-ditch defensive effort.
The visiting fans wanted that penalty call. That's a tough one. Another one of those really tight calls. Hard to see. He definitely went through them, but possibly got his foot on the ball first. But either way, that is another dangerous, a bad turnover leading to a transitional play. Another situation where the Cascades trying to make something happen, trying to force it. He's got to whip that one in.
Yeah.
He cannot try to dance around the defender like that.
No, with so many bodies still there in the area ready to go, you'd like to see that one back as players mixed up here and over top of Vega, so he pushed them off a little bit, those two getting into it. But no cards or anything produced. The game will play on here now is just over 5 minutes to go. Malin can't get there first. Good burst here forward. Can he get to the outside? Gingras looking for some space. Beecroft comes in to help his fellow defender out. Now you can see the hustle, the intensity behind the Cascades players here as they know that time is running out. No complete panic just yet, but need to push for some offense here soon. O'Galley with the little flick. Can't find a teammate, but nobody can get too sturdy a possession there. Cascades with another opportunity. Into Brzezina this time. First touch. Can't create any space for him.
Adam Szymanski here. He looks like he stepped up into more of a attacking role as they're trying to just throw anything they can at at the Lethbridge defense, trying to find an equalizer with 4 and change to go.
Brzezina takes it down, turn to create some space for himself, gets it in towards the box, but not enough pace to make it to anything dangerous there. Szymanski shoulders off the man who has the winning goal at the moment, but Beecroft just about leveled it right there. Opportunity from just outside the 18.
Yeah, nice whipped in ball from Szymanski. Really nicely laid off by a goalie who got his foot onto it, but Beecroft unable to play it off the volley and just sends it over the bar. Great opportunity for the Cascades in the late stages of this one.
Oh, got such solid contact for hitting that first time, too. Just needed to keep it a little lower. Coming through here now, the Pronghorns looking to play with a little bit of possession. Through the legs of the defender. Can he beat one more to the outside? In towards the box. Header at the back post and unable to put it on target.
Yeah, making Mayland look a little bit silly there was Bashir Bey. Mayland not a natural defender. Hit with the nutmeg.
Out the side and Cascades on the throw.
Quickly moving it up the pitch here. But now we're going to get that big throw in from Mike Beecroft.
Beecroft waiting for all his guys to get in the area here. Big throw coming in towards a galley over his head. Sadu on the backside. Can't get solid contact on that volley. And an unfortunate bounce there puts Sadu in a tough spot. Can't make the play. Beecroft trying to hustle the Pronghorns along, but as that happens, a Lethbridge player goes down, citing some cramping issues here as he gets worked out by the trainer, and the couple of players go over to meet quick with first-year coach Vikram Virk with some instructions for a couple guys as his side tries to hold on with the late lead on the road here.
It's been a great performance here from the visitors on the road. After giving up such an early goal, easy to get down on yourselves when you concede that early, but they've been patient, confident. They've stuck with the game plan all afternoon, and it's worked out for them. Find themselves a couple minutes away from potentially picking up another 3 big points on the road.
So finally ready to get back going here as a throw the way of the Pronghorns here with just under a minute till the 90, and we'll see what stoppage time is added here. Probably a little more than that first half, a few injury timeouts and such here in the second half. What do the Cascades have in store late in this one? Can they salvage a point here at home tonight? Muter back to the outside. Buggy Sadu will have to turn it up quick. Vega turns back to Sadu, who has a little room now. He'll play it towards the middle, looking for a galley, but only finds Damon Field there. So we're at the 90 now, and 6 minutes minimum additional time here to come, and Pronghorns looking to add some insurance here. Almost found that bottom corner. Great job by Caux to get low and get a piece.
El Hassoumi just onto the pitch, just in the match, nearly getting on the score sheet. Caux had to get down for that one. That was a huge save.
Keeping them alive for now. Throw stays this way, and the Pronghorns going to be afforded the ability to waste a few more moments away. Possession won by the Cascades, but Unable to find a galley in the middle there again. Will Hughes on the throw, looking towards the middle. Great touch to beat Muter there, and Muter was forced to take him down. He would have been in with a great opportunity. Takes the yellow there.
Yeah, this has been clinical in these last 20 minutes here from Lethbridge. Really just controlling things and forcing the Cascades to try and rush and forcing them into mistakes, and they have controlled the possession, not giving the Cascades really any solid opportunities. A couple of good chances, but not able to take advantage was the home team here in the second half.
Will Hughes drives this one low and not able to create too much chaos for Cowks on that one, who plays it up quickly. Szymanski up there in a forward roll. Can't get to that one, and the Pronghorns clear it in an advantageous position once again as a frustrated Brezina sees another Pronghorns player goes down there.
It looks like they just took a bit of a collision out on that far side.
Szymanski going up strong for the header against him. Forced him to the ground.
Yeah, Cascade's definitely going to be a little bit extra aggressive here, trying to equalize here in stoppage time. Throwing a couple of defenders in Nagali and Szymanski up front just to try and get their heads on something.
Just about ready to get back going here.
Yeah, about 3 of the 6 minutes here gone. We'll likely see another minute or so added on. Seems to be some confusion as to what's happening.
Finally, the ball back into play. Buggy Sadu in the corner with some pressure on him. Has it worked out of play there. And now an opportunity to throw it in, and the Cascades really have to push forward here now. Just a few minutes remaining here in this one, and they'll have to wait for now as Cowks turns that one up over the middle. And Cascades there wanting a time-wasting yellow, but they won't get it as referee deemed there wasn't anything egregious in that one, but
No.
they'll have to hurry now.
No, Francis was just about to drive his foot through the ball there when the whistle went, so.
Sadu pushing the issue forward, right in towards goal. Golly gets up there, but just over his head, and Thar controls.
Yeah, nice and composed there from the keeper coming out to claim that one. A nice long ball looking for the head of Agali. Desperation play from UFV, but solid goaltending.
Driven out of play there. Cascades with probably 2 or 3 minutes left here with how things have gone in this extra time so far, and now a free kick opportunity to drive something forward.
Yeah, and they're going to throw everybody up. Got to make sure this one's got some height to it. Give your players a chance to get on to the end of it with their head.
Buggy Sadu waiting for everyone to get forward. Cascades throwing everything in the mix. Buggy Sadu in towards the 18. Who can get up for it first? Bounces through the first layer. Towards the back to Brezina, and what's the call here?
I believe Brezina may have been offside. Either offside or the side official was putting their flag up to call a foul. But either way, opportunity wasted. No one able to get any contact on that one. About 30 seconds left of that 6 minutes, but like we said, maybe about another minute added on past that.
Desperation time now for the Cascades to try and get a point back here at home today. And frustrated Beecroft, not happy with that foul call there.
That's a silly foul at this point of the match.
And Szymanski also showing his frustration, gets put into the book there for getting in the referee's ear a little. But it's the way the Pronghorns have closed out this second half that has the Cascades feeling frustrated. Pronghorns finally get that substitution completed. And so they'll reset the free kick. Cascades need the ball back in a hurry. To the corner. Cascades get a foot back to it for a second, but can't get possession as another foul committed there.
Yeah, that should just about close the book on this one. Well past the 6 minutes added on. Looks like we're into about the 8th minute of added time now.
Cascades not throwing too much back to try and stop this one. They'll let him try it towards goal, and now they'll throw everything forward. How much more do they have here to try and put something towards goal? Calx will shoot it up as far as he can, and that's all that will be in this one. Referee blows his whistle, and we're all finished from Rotary Stadium here today. The Cascades fail to get a point at home for the first time this season and take only their second loss. The story of the weekend, the U of L Pronghorns, after a slow start to their season, come on the road, get a tie Friday night in one of the toughest spots in the nation, and then beat a hot UFV team here this afternoon.
Yeah, clinical performance from the visiting team. Conceded early within 3 minutes. Didn't let that get down to them. Stuck to their game plan. Waited for their opportunities. And a couple of really nice goals. And then from there, they were able to just see it through the rest of the way.
Yeah. Cascades looked like a different team in that second half. The Pronghorns just had them completely defensively frustrated, and we saw exactly what they've relied on for most of this season. So that will be it for the Cascades men this weekend. They'll be back next, but if you're sticking around with us on Canada West TV, we've got the women's coming up next.